Hi guys, this is Jago Think. Thought I'd do a quick video whilst I'm just done like a Wednesday big shop before picking my daughter up. So whilst I'm putting the food away, I might as well talk to you. And I've been thinking quite a lot about my last video, which was about being brave and quitting your job. Obviously, I don't know about sort of your situation, but I know in my situation, I've always had projects going on in the background, regardless of what full-time job I had at the time. I've always had little projects going on at the back, and I wanted to do a video about failure and accepting failure as part of doing business and part of being an entrepreneur, or just part of life, really. Um, you get a lot of competitive people that winning is everything and you could never fail and you always have to like be the best. But what I've found is that failure is the best lessons that anyone could learn. It'll teach you things that nobody else can teach you because you're actually experiencing it in the first person situation. So I've been thinking about all the type of different businesses that I've had, and I thought about just running through some of the businesses that I've had with the people that I've had. So when I came to the UK, I started as an apprentice at an architect's firm just around the corner here in Wakefield, and sort of did my apprenticeship. I left there, went to a surveying company, and then from there I went to a engineering company in Otley, and then from there I went to another big company, Halcro, and we were doing flood defense and that kind of stuff. And then from there I was kind of invited back to the architects, and I never really had any. It was all about 9 to 5. It was all about my job. It was all about working hard and climbing the ladder and all that fun stuff you do when you're younger. And I went back to the architects, and we decided that we were going to start another company that was doing sort of a branch off from the architects that did sort of presentation and architecture, 3D stuff, and interior design and landscaping. And that's where I kind of stayed from kind of like 2001 up until a year ago. But I know the light's bad here, guys. Sorry. Like it's a nice bright sunny day, sort of law really. And so I was setting up Vector, we were building along, but in the background I always had these little projects because I always felt that I wasn't learning enough about business through what I was doing with the other company, the design agency. So a friend of mine and I set up a scanning company. So we had a company called 1822 Partnership. We did archive drawing management for architects and engineers, just scanning drawings, putting onto DVD, blah, blah, blah. We did the whole thing, got incorporated, got VAT registered, did the whole gambit, bank accounts. And we were young, we were like 21, about 22 about the time, 22, 23. Yeah, we ran that for a bit, made a bit of money, and then we sort of shut it down, sold it off, closed the company. But in the background of that, we set up another company that did 5thofnovember.com, that did online bonfire search engine for the UK, which back in those days was kind of rare. But again, we got the stuff built, nothing came of it, failed. And at the same time, my current partner, when we lived together, she wanted to become a beauty therapist. So we bought a salon in Bradford, and we had a hair, nails and beauty salon. And my friend and I, we kitted it all out and did all the work. And my girlfriend at the time, she ran it, and it was good. And when me and her split up, she bought me out, and I don't know what happened to that business. I don't know what, we haven't stayed in touch. So there was a progressive failures. And then I decided that when I moved into this place in 2004, I decided that I was going to concentrate on the design agency and build it up, and that's what I did for a few years until I set up What Label Creative, that did sort of digital signage, sign innovation stuff. We did a bit of websites and all the rest of it. Because I didn't know anything about the web side of things, so I needed to sort of, if I was going to sell something or if I wanted to know something, I'd rather go out and do it myself. So that failed. It was a slight success, but it didn't make any real money. We tried with an online networking. We tried building an online networking portal for all the construction networks in the UK with another good friend of mine, and it kind of didn't work. We didn't have time. We all had full-time jobs, and we were just basically just tickling it. We weren't really doing anything with it. So flash forward now, the people that we set up the networking with, she's gone off and she has one of the best networking groups, construction networking groups in Leeds, in the northeast, I think. And she's launched a sort of portal for networking, construction networking around the UK, where you can book events and stuff. And it's great because she's taken it to where it needs to go and where it needs to be. I'm happy for her to crack on with that. I'm not particularly, bothered. It's just an idea. It's just ideas. So it's a constant roller coaster of sort of the euphoria of setting up a new company, blah, 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 the highs and all the rest of it. And then the sort of realization that, crap, we need to make money. How do we get clients? And then you have to learn about marketing. So there's always going to be failures. There's always going to be pitfalls and blocks and stuff like that. And that's why when I set up Pickled Spider, my design company, well, my design name that I use now and that I run from sort of there and that space, I decided not to worry too much about the whole euphoria about, the excitement that one gets in the beginning of starting a company, because inevitably it would always end in some kind of disappointment. So I was walking around Sainsbury's today and I was sort of buying my food, and you should never go shopping hungry, because I bought stuff like fresh coriander pesto. I don't generally like fresh coriander pesto, and my stomach's rumbling now, but I was walking around and I was being thankful for able to buy some of the food that I can for myself and my daughter. And I bought her some clothes and I bought some books, and and I was thankful, and I kind of with being brave and quitting my job and not concentrating too much on the sort of hysteria of starting my own company, I just kind of just did it because I had to, because I had nothing else. I had to do it. I called on all the failures, and a lot of the time at night time when I'm sat, I'm laid in bed on my own and thinking, I have flashbacks of all the times when I was like, Jesus Christ, what were you doing? Like, you had no idea what you were doing. You're stupid. And those are the times that I like to look back on in fondness, because those are the times when I really was learning something. I was really learning how not to do things and how to do things, and it's the same with anything. If you whack your finger with a hammer when knocking in a nail, you're going to learn to knock a nail in better without smashing your thumb. Yeah, that's a bad analogy. I'm sorry. I'm hungry. I'm waiting. I'm fading away. Right. So basically, the moral of this sort of 9-minute garbage that I've just blurted at you is, don't be scared to fail. Those that tell you that failure is bad are people that won't amount to anything. anything significant, put it this way. And if you allow yourself to fail, you're allowing yourself to learn. And you'll learn a lot faster than anyone would learn from a book or anything like that. That's what I found anyway. So anyway, I'm going to try and find space in my fridge for all this stuff. And, you know, I'm going to eat a chicken. Have a great day. Bye.